Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Woka here, back with yet another fun, exciting and educational video. So I know I've been AWOL. I know how I'll try and apologize 100 times. I don't have any excuses, but yeah, sometimes life gets busy and I've been very busy as usual. So I'm not trying to justify being AWOL, but I'm back and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, don't forget to let me know what you guys want me to be posting about every single week. So I know you guys will be hearing a lot of noise. There's planes flying, there's kids playing around in the playground. But I'm actually not able to record without having the glass door open, because then the lighting, then it's too dark because the door is tainted, basically. So yeah, let's get straight into today's video. Today I'll be talking about 20 interview questions that you can expect. This is not just for accountants, this is not just for auditors, this is for any person. These are general questions that you can expect in an interview. So yeah, it's basically just basic question. The first one, I know most of you will be able to guess this one. The first one is, tell us about yourself. Who is A, B, C, and D? Who is John? You know, who is Walker? Tell us about that person. You need to know yourself. You need to know where you come from. Do they mean in terms of your career, in terms of your schoolwork, not necessarily who you are as a person, just a brief background, but I'm not going to elaborate. And if you guys want me to share on how to prepare and all that, you can let me know in the comment section below and I'll be able to make another video. But this is just basically 20 questions you can expect. Second question is, why did you apply to our company? Number 3, what are your weaknesses? 4, what are your strengths? How do you handle conflict? What is your 5-year plan, or what are your future plans? Why should we hire you, or why should you be the successful candidate? You need to be able to tell them that. Can you give us a recent example where you handle the conflict? You know, so how do you handle conflict in general? What motivates you, or what drives you? What is your salary expectation? Don't go with market related. You need to have a figure, you know, prepare for a figure. Describe yourself in 5 words. Describe yourself, like what type of person are you? Why are you leaving your current job? Why are you leaving your current job, basically? Tell us about your journey to today, like your career journey. That's what they mean by that. By journey, is not like your life journey. This is your career journey, or most people refer to that. Do you understand the job description? What on the job description are you not comfortable or familiar with? Need to know that. Are you a team player, or what do you think about collaboration, or how important is teamwork to you? This question is basically just talking about teamwork in general. What type of person are you in the team, you know? Give us a recent example of how you contributed to a team. So you can say you're a team player, right, in your CV, but give us an example. Will you be able to give an example? You know, what was your biggest challenge to date? What was your biggest obstacle to date? What is one of the obstacles that you had to overcome? You know, what type of work environment do you want to work in? What type of work environment do you expect to be working in? How important is time management to you? Or how is your time management skills? And then be able to give an example where you had to prioritize your time, or where your time management skills were actually tested, or give examples of how, when you elaborate in this time management, give examples. Be able to give examples. Any question that you're asked, you need to be able to give examples. You know, you can't just say conflict resolving skills. When last did you resolve a conflict? How did you resolve this conflict? How do you know that you have conflict resolving skills? Again, just a question. Can you give us an example of a difficult situation that you were in and how you handled it. That's also a question that you should be able to expect, you know. And then the last but not least, how well do you work under pressure? Some of you are like, I'm cool under pressure. Why? Give us an example, you know. How well do you work under pressure? Were you in an instance where you had to work under pressure, and what was the outcome of that situation? You need to be able to elaborate. You need to be able to explain. And then a bonus point, which is number 21, is please know what you put on your CV. Please know how to elaborate on everything that you're going to say in the interview. So if it's going to talk about, tell us about yourself, or describe yourself in 5 words. I'm a committed, dedicated, persevered. What individual will you be able to elaborate? When was the last time you had to persevere? You know, because you said you have this perseverance quality. So can you give us an example of when the last time was when you had to persevere? Or you know, these questions can go different levels, and sometimes we only have like a short understanding of the word. Like I heard somebody say that in their CV they put a situation where they were like, I'm emotionally intelligent, and in the interview she was asked like, can you please elaborate on this emotional intelligence statement that you made in your CV? And she was just like, what does emotional intelligence even mean? You know? So make sure that you know the things that you're putting in your CV. At the same time, make sure that you believe your own words. Some of you, people can tell you memorized from A to Z. What type of a person are you? I'm strong, I'm hardworking, you're repeating everything that everybody else is saying because you, like everybody else, went on Google just to find out what type of words to use to describe yourself, but you're not actually that person, you know? So when you're looking at Google and you're taking words from Google, make sure that you're literally describing yourself. You're not describing somebody else. You're not describing the person on Google that wrote that, or you're not describing the person on YouTube that told you how to answer an interview question, but you're literally describing yourself. And that's why it's so much easier when you're talking from experience, when you're talking from the person that you are, because your statement won't change because that's who you are, you know. But when it's not you and they throw you off with elaborate on that statement, it's very difficult to elaborate because it's not you. So tell us a situation where you handled conflict. And that's when you bring up you and your boyfriend who are arguing, you know. And these are things that you don't say in interviews. Yeah, I can resolve conflicts because me and my boyfriend, when we were arguing, I was the better person in this picture. What does that have to do with work? Here, we are trying to give you a job opportunity, but you're bringing up your boyfriend. You and your boyfriend is different, you know. We want to see you in a work environment. We want to see you how you handle conflict in terms of your colleagues and your co-workers, people that you work with, and are you a team player? What type of team player are you? You don't have to think of words. You can think of the right words because maybe sometimes you don't have the right vocabulary to use, and then you go on Google to look for the specific word that you're looking for to describe yourself, which is actually you. However, don't just bring up a word that you have no understanding about. Don't just put in your CV that you are a person that is having a keen eye for detail. In what instance do you have a keen eye for detail? Okay, I've been an auditor before. And we're always expected to pay attention to detail when issuing financial statements, when issuing opinions, when going to clients' premises and just having to verify that the information is accurate. And because of that, I am a person that has a keen eye for detail, you know, and describe yourself. I'm a confident person, but you're sitting there being all shy and everything. Then they're like, are you really confident? In what situation are you confident if you can't even show us? Because this is first impressions, right? And they hire you based on this first impression they have of you. Now you're telling us you're very confident, but we can't see confidence in the interview. We can't see confidence in the way you speak. You are a person that is a great communicator, you know, but when they pose you with a question, you're not able to answer it, and then they start thinking, are you really a person that's a great communicator if you cannot even communicate well and effective in this interview? So yeah, these are just like a few points that I want to tell you guys. Like, I'm not somebody that goes for a lot of interviews, but I've been to interviews, you know, and yeah, so I'm just basically giving you like based on my own experience, what type of questions I've been asked, what type of questions my siblings or my friends have been asked. I'm not like a career counselor, I'm not a career coach, so I'm just issuing a disclaimer. Yeah, and then you guys can let me know what other further questions were you guys asked during interviews. Were you able to explain them? What type of things should people not say in interviews? How do you prepare for an interview? How well do you come dressed? You know, make sure that what you're wearing, girl, boy, man, what you're wearing needs to be presentable. You know, some of you need to get new outfits just for interviews, because sometimes your first impression and how you look is how people are going to know that you're actually serious about your job. And your CV, update your CV. You know, for me, I paid somebody to do my CV for me, $100, like $100. If I was even going to pay $500, as long as the CV looks nice and I didn't have the time to edit it and make it look presentable, I paid somebody for it. If you cannot afford to pay somebody for it, get an app and edit your CV, put on a picture if you can. You know, sometimes people just want to see who's this person behind this voice, behind this CV, you know, and sometimes it makes you stand out. So I believe the moment I changed and I put a picture of my CV, I actually started getting more calls. Now other people will be like, oh, but it's just because of the way you look. I don't really think it's the way I look, because apart from the looks, you're going to be presented in the interview. Will you be able to pass the interview then? So you need to make sure, girl, boy, man, woman, that you actually do look the part, you know, and prepare yourself. Like, okay, this video is supposed to be a very short video, right? Because I'm supposed to be catching up with you guys and just telling you what has been happening and all that. But then one advice that somebody told me about, when you step into an interview, you're literally selling yourself, you know, you're literally showing people that this is me. You guys can hire me. This is the type of asset that I will be to this company if you hire me. But you need to be able to prove it with the way you present yourself, with the statements you make, with how well you communicate, with how well you're dressed. There's so many categories and criteria that they are judging you on, you know. And one thing that person told me is, you need to know this company inside out. If this is a group, if this is a specific company, do you even know that just the top management itself, you know? Do you know who's the CEO? Do you know who's the finance manager, maybe for the position that you're applying for? Like, who are the possible people that can interview you? Who's the HR manager? Some things are online on their website, you know? What type of products do they sell? You know, these are basics, right? Basics. Don't just prepare your questions on what they can ask you. What about the company? Do you know this company? Are you a part of this company? You know, so when you're selling yourself, you know, I know that you guys do this within your company, and that drew me to what type of a company this is, you know. And also one thing I realize is, every time they ask you after an interview, do you have any questions for us? Some of you are like, no, I don't, you know. It just shows that you didn't prepare. But you can ask, okay, like, I've seen within your company, there's this culture of, there's this statement that is always being made on the website, and I just wanted to know, I just wanted any of you to elaborate, like, what exactly does it mean? I wanted to know, from the position that I applied, what is the biggest challenge you think that most people had in this specific position? I wanted to find out, what's the best thing about working for your company? You know, like, many of you here, I think, have been working for a long time. So I just wanted to find out, what is the best thing about, what made you stay here in this specific company? You know, just look interested, you know, look like you actually want to be a part of this family. And then they're like, okay, she's really, really interested, you know. If it's a position that you've never had before, I know that this is going to be my first supervisory position. So I just wanted to know, since you have all been in this position before where you had to supervise people, what type of challenges do you think I can expect, and how do you think I can overcome these challenges? Or what has been the company's most recent success story? You know, just look interested, you know, look like you really want to be employed by this company and you're happy to work for this company. So you should always have further questions to ask, at least a minimum maybe of like 3 questions, you know, unless the conversation goes on to a lot more. But ask questions, and don't leave your statement so vague that they have to ask further questions on what statement you just made. So make sure you explain yourself, and don't make like short statements where people are just bored, because at the end of the day, if people are bored, they're not gonna call you back, because it's just like, can this interview just end? But be so so good and so well articulated and a great communicator and so fun, and yet you have personality, but at the same time you know how to work hard, play hard kind of vibe, where they're like, you know, let's continue asking this person because we really want to get to know her, and she does seem to be the best fit for this job, you know. So yeah, don't be boring in the interview. Imagine you had to interview yourself. Would you want yourself to you know, to get the job? Because some of you are bored by yourself already. Now imagine other people that are interviewing you and you're just giving short, boring statements that consist of words that are memorized that every other individual in the interview also used. Because just like you, they also went on Google. So just imagine. So you need to make sure that you're actually more prepared. What makes you stand out? What makes you different? Why should you be the successful candidate? You know, you should be able to answer a question like that. I don't know about the other people. I know about myself, and I know that I have a track record of success, and I know that I'm hardworking, and this has been proven by the fact that I was a nurse student, but at the same time I was doing distance and working, and I managed to pass, which shows that no matter what challenges are in front of me, that I'm able to overcome it. You know, just give examples, give like real life examples. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to let me know what you guys want me to be posting about every single week. It was nice catching up with you guys, and I'll see you guys on the other side, whatever the other side is. I'll see you guys in my next video. So yeah, bye.